Hey guys, good morning. Yes, it is actually legitimately morning. Oops. Okay. We have the order coming from Walmart and we have our advent calendar coming. Ouch. Really quick look at the advent calendar here. Orders. Problem with order? What? Oh no, I don't have a problem with my order. Track package. Package delivered. Okay. Excellent. So Bob should be here with it. Oh, in a little while because I'm not walking down there if I can help it. My rib is killing me. Okay. I'm happy with that. Put a little lip oil on because my lips are peeling off. Should use the Beekman 1802 instead. You know what, I might lick this off and do that. Or wipe it off. This stuff is better. Okay. If I had to describe the smell, I would say lightly vanilla, maybe a little bit of like a, not really mint, but almost like a sweet tea kind of a smell. You know, a tea that's been sweetened kind of a smell. Do my hand lotion too. My hands are driving me crazy. Ah. I'll get some more of this next time I'm in New York for sure. Because I really like it. It's very nourishing. You know, Alexandria always says, why do I butter myself up and then try to open these boxes? Well, in actuality, if you rub it in, it really doesn't, I mean, it makes your hands soft, but it doesn't leave them greasy. It shouldn't leave them greasy. Anyway, Beckham played ball in school. They use one of those metal contraptions that they use for little ones to roll a bowling ball that they have at the bowling alleys. They use the same kind of thing for him to push the ball, and it went right in the net. He sort of played wheelchair soccer. It looked like it was adaptive PE time, because that's probably regular PE for them because he goes to a special needs school. He's now in kindergarten. And Sebastian's going to be going to kindergarten. if they can ever get him well enough for long enough. I personally think Sebastian should just be homeschooled with all his therapies, because that's basically what school's going to be. It's going to be therapy. So why not have him at home where he's exposed to less germs, have his physical therapist coming, have his, occupational speech, whatever they're going to do for him at home. I just think it would be easier. I know his mom wants him to have a chance to socialize with other kids, but how much can Sebastian socialize? Yep, he laughs, he smiles, he's very vocal now, but, like making sounds, but not necessarily piecing sounds together that make words. Although I've heard him yell, "Hey!" or what sounded like it when his mother was working in the kitchen and he wanted her attention because he was in the living room, which is an open concept, depending on where you are in the living room and in the kitchen. Because it's more of a kitchen dining open concept, and then there's a big cased opening between the kitchen and the living room. But unless you're standing in a certain spot, you can't necessarily see into the living room. So not only that, but because their plan for Sebastian is go to the regular school in special needs classes. Well, then he's not going to get any socialization anyway. Because he's going to be in the severely handicapped classroom all day with a bunch of other kids similar to him. And as I've learned from personal experience, those kids don't socialize. Very little. Because they don't know how to. We had one little girl in that classroom that did. And myself and my friend, who neither one of us should have been in that classroom, we were both moderate. We weren't severe. See, if you're not familiar with how special education works in the United States, there are two different sort of classes of special ed, two different groups. One is what's called, in some schools, it's called the DCRR. Which is, I cannot remember what the DC stood for, but the rest of it was resource room. See if I can find it. I have a way to look it up differently than I looked it up before. Let's see. might be developmental cognitive resource room, I'm not sure. But either way, it was a special resource room for kids like Sebastian. I didn't belong there, or Beckham. And so I taught a kid a lot like Beckham. Although Beckham's a little more advanced than the kid I taught, actually. My cousin was horrified that they had me doing his nurse's job 1 period a day. What's the big deal? I enjoyed it. But my cousin, being a special needs teacher, felt that they took advantage of me. And they probably did. But I enjoyed it. I know that sounds funny. But I loved my JP. Her only thing was I should have been given actual credit, like a high school credit for doing it as a class, but I didn't. And it never even occurred to me at the time that that was a possibility, because it was just an off period, you know? I didn't even get credit for working in the library. So, which actually you're supposed to get credit for, looking back on it. I don't care. Now I've decided to leave my face clear for the unboxing because I figured we could do a try on with whatever's in the advent calendar after we unbox it. The only thing I'm going to do is put a tinted moisturizer on, just to even my face out a little bit, because they won't have foundations or anything like that in there. So it's only 11 o'clock, guys. I've been up since 9:30. But that's okay, because that will give me time today to get some videos up. Because I have to put up 2 videos over on Kid Missing. I have to edit my podcast that I did yesterday for video. I have to take the podcast, put it in my video editor, and add pictures and stuff to it. So that there's I also want to figure out how to use the program that I record on. The new program. It's called Riverside. I guess they have an app for it as well. And I want to really learn how to use it, because it will make my podcast better in the sense that, well, first of all, block out outside noise like my air conditioner, but it also excuse me. That was loud. Will allow me to do video if I want. It will allow me to have my guests right there on the platform, which will be great. Once I learn how to use the platform and learn how to invite a guest, I might do a trial. If Corey has time sometime this week, I might do this week coming, I might do a trial run with her. Just to see if I can figure out how to invite her and get her on with me. And I have an option to do it as a video if I would like, but I just do it as audio because it's a podcast. Nobody watches a podcast for the most part. I mean, yeah, sometimes I will go and watch a wrestling podcast because I personally prefer to watch something than to listen to it. I have trouble just listening to things. I have listened to podcasts, don't get me wrong, very few. But for the most part, I'd rather watch, if I'm listening to an interview on a podcast, I'd rather watch the interview and actually see the people. But most people who listen to podcasts just listen to a podcast on their headphones while they're walking, while they're working out, whatever they're doing, listen in their car, on their radio. So they don't want to watch it, because that's not what a podcast is about. So, I mean, for the sake of Kid Missing TV, yeah, that would be nice. But, I just put pictures. So I have to collect up the pictures for that podcast in order to edit that today. And I'm putting up the September preview today. I do not have any updates, which would go up tomorrow if I did. I also have to list September on the calendar, which I forgot to put on my to-do list. Okay, gotta do my small trash cans, dishwasher. Bob brought me dinner, thank goodness. I have to do my nails. So, the September preview will be easy because I don't add any pictures or anything to that, so the previews. That right there for now. So, those are the things that I'm up to today. So I'm actually glad I'm up early. I wasn't even upset when I answered the phone. Actually, when I answered the phone, it was Lynn Care calling to send my nebulizer meds, which is fine. That's when I noticed I had a missed call from Dr. Gandor's office, which I don't know how I missed it, but I did. And I called them back and went and gave my urine specimen and got the container for the H. pylori for the number 2 specimen. It's completely different. So I am just waiting for the advent calendar to show up and my order from Walmart to show up, which should be any minute because it's going to be between 11 and 1, so it shouldn't take long. So, because it's only 2 items. And they're both cosmetic items, so they're both in the same place, relatively speaking. So, when I figured out my math the other day, did I include, hold on, I did it back here. Yeah, I did. I was going to say, did I remember to include that bill as well as the other bill? And I did, so that's good. this here. So those are the plans for today, guys. Took 20 minutes to get there, but so yeah, wish me luck. I just hope they just see the bacteria, send in the prescription, and we're done. You know? It usually only takes a couple of hours for a urine test to come back. So I will keep you posted. And I will see you for the unboxing. I'm going to go and edit those 2 videos that are already on the computer. While I wait for that. And I think that's going to be it for today, because I have 2 videos going up on the other channel that I need to work on. So, it's my plan. Bye, guys. God bless you, and I'll see you in a little bit.